Hey guys, my name is Nate and I'm the Otter Outdoorsman, and today I'm going to be talking about the basic things that you should bring on a hike. Okay guys, so I did a skit of this a while back. I'll post a link down below to it, which was a funny method, just me attempting to kind of have a little bit of humor and have a little bit of fun with what type of items you should bring on a day hike. That one wasn't really meant to be taken seriously. This is kind of a alternative to that video. So let's start with, you should bring some sort of like, some of these will be repeats of that video, but one of the different things you should bring is a backpack. A backpack, haversack, small day pack, something. I don't care what size, whatever fits your stuff. It doesn't have to be a large number like my LL Bean Continental pack. I used to carry around a small little hydration pack with some stuff in it. Any size, but as long as it's something to keep some of your essentials in there. Now, especially with it being summer right now, when a lot of people go hiking, winter hiking is something completely different. If you're looking for things to bring on you with a winter day hike in the snow, that's another video. But this is mostly spring, summer, fall. One of the most important things to me, and I think everyone should always have, is make sure you have plenty of water. You don't have to have it in a metal container. You can do it in disposable containers. You can do it. I carry two. This is a 40-liter clean canteen, but I also have it in a 30-liter Nalgene. Any of those are fine, as long as you're bringing a good amount of water. Remember, you generally want to have at least 1 gallon per person you want 1 gallon per person per day. But this is a day hike, so you try and think around a gallon if you're going to be out for a full day. If you're going to be around for part of a day, I generally say at least bring a couple liters with you, because especially during the summer, dehydration is a big risk, and so is heat exhaustion, which brings me to my next point. I don't care what type you bring, but have some form of filter or water disinfectant, especially during the summer. Yes, you can boil your water, but anyone who's done it enough knows that during the summer it's a pain. Don't get me wrong, I've done it, I will do it, but during the summer you have to boil the water, then you have to let it cool, then you have to cap it. It's a problem. This is one I just carry with me on small hikes. It's small enough, it's a life straw. It allows me to get a couple sips of water. I keep it at the bottom of my pack, and if I run out of water, or something bad happens while I'm out there, I have that. So water's taken care of. Another thing you should always bring: rations, food rations, calories, whatever you want to call them, snacks, a meal. I tend to carry at least some jerky. I carry Steve's Paleo Goods. I did a bunch of videos and reviews of these, and I really do like these. I actually buy them exclusively for hiking now. Like right now, I just have a Steve's Paleo Goods beef jerky on me. I sometimes carry the paleo kits. I have a few other ones at home. I carry maybe 1 or 2 of these in my pack, and I carry sometimes some form of a bar. In this case, I have a Jimmy bar, which is a nice date bar that I actually found in the Karen box, that I found out about in the Karen boxes, and I actually really like the peanut butter clutter ones. They're really, really good. So bring like a good granola bar that you like, maybe some jerky, maybe a sandwich. I don't always bring sandwiches with me. I just never feel like making them. So it's good to have a decent amount of calories for the day, so you can stop and have a snack. If you're going to be out a full day, maybe pack a stove and a dehydrated meal. You want to kind of base your calories around how your body reacts and how long you're going to be out there. If it's a day hike is going to be a full day for you, yes, pack a lunch. But if you're going to be out there for, you know, a couple hours, 4 or 5 hours, pack some snacks. One of the other important things it's always good to keep is, in the sake of emergency, a first aid kit. This is just a small one that I have. I'm actually working on designing my own. This is one I bought a few years ago. Just has some basic stuff, some band-aids, some medication, some wraps, some wadding, just various things to treat basic injuries. And again, you wanted to keep these in design of your trip. If it's going to be a long deep woods hike, maybe pack a little extra. But in this case, like, this serves my purposes. Another, if you're going really far in, if your day hike is taking you miles and miles into isolated bush, think about packing an emergency kit, a survival kit, so to speak. Just something that has some basic emergency supplies that will get you through your situation. If something does happen, maybe carry a little bit more, and especially if you're going deep, it's always good to have some form of knife on you, even if it's just a folder that you keep in your pack. I tend to carry my my knife on my hip. It's a small knife that I carry with me, but it's also good I have this in case something bad happens. If you're going into, if it's not just flat terrain and you're taking a lot of hills, hiking poles. I can't tell you how much these have improved my ability to hike, especially on hills. My stamina's increased. I have better footing when I'm going up and down hills. It really just, it makes a big difference. It's something that allows me to move up hills. It takes the strain off my knees. It takes the strain off my back. I have a bad back. And especially for those of you who are like me and have a bad back but love to hike, but hiking hurts your back, hiking poles will make a difference. I have a protruding disc, which is what my problem is. Everyone, some people have a different reason that their back is hurt, but hiking poles will significantly help. Sometimes also you can keep some, especially if you're going out for crafting or stuff. I'm not going to go too deep into it, but there's some other peripherals that are really nice to have. Some of them are maybe essential. Like, it's always good. I always try and keep something like a flashlight. This is just a black diamond that I like to use. This is something that would be nice, especially if you're at a full day hike and the sun starts to set on you. It's nice to have one of these. Also, if you find a nice dark crevice that you want to check out, flashlight's always nice to have. A decent compass. This is just a silver compass that I have. I have some other nicer ones, but this is one I like to keep with me. Especially this is one that I can use a sighting compass, which also can be used in an emergency situation. But if you're going deeper than just a park you're familiar with, this is good to have, because I have had times, even in parks I'm familiar with, where I've gotten slightly turned around and I had the map, and all I needed to do was pop this out, put it on the map, and I was on my way. So having a compass, even if it's having something like a little button compass on your wrist with a paracord bracelet, they're not perfect, but they get you a quick bearing. You have to have them level though. And if you're wondering where I got this, I made it. Sometimes also something useful to have is leather gloves, or have some form of just kind of work glove, especially again if you're going for a long day hike deep into the woods. Something like this, if you're in an area where you're gonna have to climb up a kind of more steep area, or if you want to move brush out of the way, something like this will allow you to keep your hands kind of safe. These are kind of just some basic items that I keep with me, and even sometimes it doesn't hurt, especially in case of an emergency, to keep a fire starter on you. I tend to carry about 3 different types of fire starters, a couple different, or at least 2 of them, where I have a ferro rod, but I also have a lighter in my pocket. But if you're going to carry these out with you, make sure you know how to use them. But that's not saying if you're going on a day hike, you're going to get lost. That is something that is perpetuated very heavily out there, that if you go out in the woods, you will get lost and you'll get survival. It's not true. Yes, you can get lost out there, but you won't always. Sometimes, as long as you have some of the basic navigation skills, you won't be turned around long, especially if you stick on the main trails. Another important thing with you, especially, I don't always rely on it, but carry something like a cell phone. You can download a map onto here of your trails. Also, bring a map with you of the trails, especially ones you're unfamiliar with, though that's very important. But you can download the trail onto here. A lot of these have GPS. You can use for GPS navigation. If you have a signal and you are lost, you can call. You can signal with these. Also, these are nice, especially nowadays. A lot of high-tech phones, especially the Galaxy S7, are amazing cameras. Yes, you could, if you're like me, I bring a camera. I would show you, but you are the camera right now. But having a phone with you is especially important. Where if you get, say I'm at my favorite park right now, and everywhere I go here, I have a signal. And I trip and hurt myself. I can call someone and basically be like, hey, I just broke my leg, or my leg just gave out on me and I can't get up. Help. And if my family's around, they can come get me, or talk to the police or talk to emergency services if I'm really severely hurt and I can't get a hold of anyone. Give them exactly where I am, and boom. Don't always rely on cell phones, though. It's sometimes also nice to have those spot passes if you're going really deep in. I don't have one. They're expensive. But these are some basic things to bring out with you on a hike. Do you have to have all of this? If you're going on a day hike, if you're going on a quick hike at your favorite park, maybe have your compass with you, but really all you need is the water, the food. That's about it. The filter. It's nice to carry those extra things, but if you're going in a place that high traffic, you're in an area that you know the place, as long as you have a cell phone on you, you should be fine. As long as you have, and when I say have a cell phone on you, you know the entire path you're taking, you're sticking to that path, and you know the entire path you have cell service. If you're bringing a cell phone, bring a battery pack. And those are invaluable out here. But just a quick little thing on what to bring with you on a day hike. If you want, tell me what you bring on a day hike. Feel free to tell me I'm wrong, but this is basically based on my opinion and what a lot of people bring out with them. And I go on a lot of hikes, or at least I try to. And I pay attention to what I need and what I have. If you're going on a deep hike, remember, do bring some emergency stuff. Leave a plan. Tell people where you're going. So if something does happen, and stick to your plan. If you tell people where you're going, stick to that route. Because if you get lost, you will be found faster. If you don't stick to your plan, it'll take them longer to find you. So my name is Nate. I'm the Otter Outdoorsman. This has been a video on what you should bring with you on a day hike. You have a good day, and remember, get out in the woods and have some fun. But be safe, everyone. See ya. Really, dude? There's an ant on the lens. Anyways.